Today's topic will be hacking the cadence, I guess. But I would like to present it more in a form like open talk than I'm talking about something, because this is a bit weird technology, and I've been exploring it for 3 weeks, I guess, or 1 month or 2 months. I didn't count it.
Awesome.
So I just saw this Cadence thing. There is a lot of cool investors in this project, like for example the UFC. You can buy Nate Diaz UFC screening or something. So I thought, why not to give it a shot for this one? Uh, to be honest, this introduction to the Cadence is my article that I have released a few weeks ago. I will send a link again for you to just have like more time to process the knowledge, uh, and I mainly focus this for smart contract auditors, like from zero to working class. So just it's a quick introduction to Cadence. I have already found some few vulnerabilities inside the language. I hope the DApps will accept it or not. If they not accept it, I will do a write-up and another Cadence article, because I think it's something really weird happening in Cadence.
What's weird?
It's not like uh, I will be talking, and after
Awesome.
this introduction, you will notice the odds of Cadence, how it's different from the EVM and stuff like that. Uh, so I won't be talking about this. Let's go about. So how we split it, how the talk will look like. So I will be presenting you just knowledge, like from this article. Then we will be interacting with some smart contracts. I will show you the syntax, what is happening in the syntax, what is this resource-based paradigm-oriented programming, because it's also weird. How this differ from the other EVM stuff, Solidity, Cosmos, Rust, whatever you name it, because it's really, there is huge difference. Of course, we will deploy some smart contracts. I will show you how to how you can start interacting with the smart contract and hack it. Also, I will show you my tool I made. It's nothing fancy, just connect your wallet and you are able to send transactions, because sending
Nice.
transactions in Cadence can be a bit tricky. And also transactions in Cadence are something different that you can think. So let's start with this resource-based oriented programming. I think there was some video, but there is not included here. I just did not copy it. Okay, so fuck, I missed the diagram. Let's go to the original article, and it should be, yeah. So what is this resource-based oriented programming? So everything in Cadence, like every asset, like fungible token, non-fungible token, are represented in resource. And resource is some kind of object that you cannot copy. You can only move it, and it cannot be live without any like association with it cannot be lived without being stored. It can be destroyed, moved, or stored. So this is really weird. This is the first thing that we come across the resource-based programming, which I was like mind blown at the beginning. And I was doing all this kind of tutorials, developers. I made a DApp and stuff to understand what the hell is going on in this in this Cadence. And maybe it's good time to go in one cool tool presented by Cadence. This play flow is playground for flow. So this is like example of the smart contract in the Cadence. And what the hell is the resource, you can ask. So this is the resource. Resource is like, at this point, is simple NFT, and we can only store it in our storage. It cannot be copied, as I mentioned. I just simplify it and call it like object. This is just object that you can store in your storage. And what next? We have accounts, as in every blockchain technology. From the perspective of Cadence, like language, we have two types of accounts. One is public, and one is out account. And out account is the type of account that can be accessed only by the signer of the transaction. So, for example, by us. And public account is a type where we are trying to interact with different address, for example. So here we have example in the code how we can interact with it. So we are getting the account and we are passing address of someone to interact with him. And in a transaction, when we want to interact with our account, we are passing out account parameter, and we are doing something. And right now we see the transaction, how the transaction looks, and it's not like normal transaction in Solidity or something, because transaction can have a lot of arbitrary code executed, and this is the first thing we come up, or second, because first thing is resource. Second thing, we have transactions. Transactions can have a lot of arbitrary code inside.
So I can
And we need to,
so I can customize my wallet behavior.
yes, in transaction, you can interact with everything that is in your storage. And besides interacting with stuff in your storage, you can do, you're interacting with your storage. You can withdraw your resources, this object, for example, NFT, and send it to someone, or destroy it. For example, you can destroy your NFT and you are burning it. So you can see how many things can go wrong in the just beginning. So okay, so next. So we have storage. And funny thing about the Cadence is that in order to have like expand your memory of your account, expand your storage, where you have your resources, you need to have balance. More balance you have, more things you can store in your storage. This is something also different than other blockchain technologies. I hope this is this one, document. No, this is on the path. But what is happening? What is the path, capabilities, private path, public path? So again, back to the storage, our transactions. So our transaction can do arbitrary stuff with our storage, so our data. And the funny thing in Cadence is that the information, someone asked something, because I don't see it.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, because something just, if someone asks something, could you ping me, because
No
I'm not
problem.
seeing the Discord.
Awesome.
So back to the storage and stuff. Information about your data, like NFTs and balance of your tokens, is inside of your account, not on the blockchain. Like for example, if you have like ERC20 token, so technically the information about your balance is stored on the contract.
Can I make a question
Somewhere
here?
in the contract. Yeah.
So we don't have to do all that work of indexing the whole blockchain to get someone's account information, right? We can just go for the wallet and require the information there. So I can list all the tokens from your
Yes.
wallet. Yeah, that's very nice.
Yes. Yes. There are also pros and cons of this, I guess. The pros is that this information is not on blockchain. I mean, you can see in the transaction stuff like that, like from the transaction scan and stuff like that, see what just happened. But the information about your stuff is inside your storage. And as I was reading this whole documentation, they state that in a way that you are the owner of your assets, so you can feel like an owner of your assets. It's cool and not cool. It's just, in my opinion, just present new point of attacks, I guess. And I think Web2 type of attacks will be like really affecting here. We have like big impact. But let's go back to the storage. In the storage, we have two paths, like public path and private path. Of course, in public path, we can store something that we want to have it public, and in the private path, we want to store something that is only for our usage. So that makes sense. Somehow we can protect our assets. Yeah, that was about accounts.
Really interesting.
And I have some, yeah, and there is more weird stuff going on. Uh, uh, what I can read, so storage capability, okay. Every time you create a wallet, you receive like 0.001 of flow token. It's the minimum amount of token you can have to have the storage. So now you are able to have storage and store some data in it. I added this section and for this presentation, like wallets. There is something called custodial wallets, non-custodial wallets. Oh, of course, we have some hard wallets, but I don't know how it's worked yet. But what is fun with this custodial and non-custodial model, this is the definition from the NFT marketplace. So custodial model is where the platform controls all the user accounts and private keys and stuff like that. So you don't have your private key, you are logging into your wallet through the application. So it's work like normal web app, but it's blockchain Web3. So there is another question we can have
Weird.
here. Is this still decentralized or what?
Isn't this
So
some sort of account abstraction?
could you repeat the question?
Isn't this some sort of account abstraction?
Uh, I don't know how to answer this question,
Okay.
to be honest. But maybe this will pop in the mind after just breaking all this down. Wait a second. Access control. Yeah, man. So this is something extra. You did not see that. Uh, in the documentation, we have information about the access control, that we have public functions, private functions. So it's like in normal Solidity stuff that public function can be called by anyone, private function can be called only in the context of the smart contract. Also, we have something like access control account. So every smart contract, this is really interesting. Every smart contract deployed by the user, and the smart contracts are stored in user account, can have access to that function. So, for example, if someone says, "Yeah, this is not pausable" or something like that, but the function has access account, he can deploy another smart contract on his storage, which will interact with this function, and it's out of this smart contract. So this starts to be something interesting. So in Flow, there is nothing like you have seen in. Wait a second, I have. Yeah, you probably seen this many times in the Solidity, but there is nothing like this in
Yes.
Cadence. So you ask yourself, and it was my first question, how the access control works in Cadence. What the fuck? What is the access control? So you probably already remember this, that we have resources, for
Yes.
example, NFT resource that we are holding in our account. So now the question, who is minting it? How we create the NFTs? So there is a trick. We are creating also resource that, for example, is NFT minter resource. We have this and has this like administrative functionality. And during the, for example, instantiation of the smart contract, we are saving it to the admin storage, and he will only have access to this minter resource, and he will be able to mint NFTs. So you see the.
So you created a
it's
resource
cool, but
to manage the other resource.
to manage the smart contract, which will be deploying the resource to our customers.
So if I need to transfer ownership, I need to include that in the manager to the new address.
Yes, if you want to transfer, yeah, if you want to transfer ownership of that function of that resource, you need to transfer this resource to my storage, and then I am able to
Nice. This is actually cool.
mean something.
Yeah, but there is one big issue with that, isn't it? Like, not with that particular, but with the whole concept here, because the whole reason people go to decentralized is because, let's say, how to explain that?
Dark, let me just say
let's say
something. Dark.
Okay.
Your mic is like with a really high pitch, bro. Like right in the ear. I don't know if you're close to another mic or something.
Oh, no, headphones.
Everybody's you hearing that too,
It
right?
sounds like it sounds like fly control or something.
Yeah. Go on,
No, I think
Punishell.
Yeah. So
yeah, I wanted to
yeah.
say that
So
the whole thing, you wanted him to go.
I think it's better now. Try making the question.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to say that the whole problem here is basically the centralization, because you said that it goes to a normal application like Web2, the private key.
yeah.
And the whole problem here is people move out because you know how people say you own your house, yeah? But if you have problem with the government, a judge can make make an order, and then they take your house. And the whole thing about decentralization here is you hold your money, and even if the government say, hey, we want your money, they cannot take it because you're the only one that has control over that. But when you do it the Web2 way, they can take these things. They can take your funds and everything. So that's my whole problem with the whole idea here. It's a big
Yes.
decentralization.
there is a lot of centralization in Cadence, I guess.
I mean, Ethereum is the same. What you
But
guys
I
are
try
even like Ethereum is the same, right?
for yeah, but this is like
Ethereum
here
is
is like feature. This is a feature.
Because on Ethereum, I can
It's
just
like
blacklist your wallet, whatever, like or some sanction or something, and it's over.
yeah, and about this resource, the fun thing, if you want to pass it to another owner, you need to like send the transaction and sign it by two owners, for example, because I don't know, I did not see this in the DApp how it's working, but for example, here you can like select two signers of the transaction and transfer this resource to your storage, because you need two out accounts uh, to sign the transaction to have access to storage. Uh, but probably there can be another resource created for the transfer. Maybe I will show it later with the fungible token, because it's also weird happening here. So it's really different words. Like, okay, so role-based access control. There is no, like, you have meter resource. I have been going through some like publicly available NFTs that are from big companies, and I did not see any role-based access control. I only see this resource-based access control. We can call it like that. Mm. Okay, and back to the access control of the functions and stuff like that. So we talk about the private path and public path, and we have something like capability. Uh, Capability is something like, I call it link. You can create like, or create link to something in your private path, for example, and expose it to the world. So the people will be able to interact with the stuff that are linked to your private path. But now you will start thinking, hey man, but if I have something like this meter functionality and I create link to that, everybody will be able to mint some NFTs. Yeah, that's correct. But now we come with the interfaces. So interface work almost the same like in every programming language. You are just implementing what you want to be visible or you have in your functionality exposed. So this is how we are creating a link. This is from NFT. This NFT. I will just run an example in a moment.
One
How this
question for
stuff is
you
working.
though: there's no notion of an
Yeah.
EOA and a smart contract, so I just link things, I just link functionality from my account, and that will be like
Yes.
smart contract to smart contract behavior.
Um, if you link functionality to in your resource, people can execute transactions that will be interacting with your resource. Like, yeah, like in a smart contract way. Yeah, exactly. So this is an example of the interface. I mean, this is how we save something in the storage. We are creating a collection, and I will go back in the NFT example. And we are creating the link with the interface and the type of stuff we want to expose. So this type is exposing, for example, we are here's the syntax, like reference to the crypto collection, and we only want to expose the collection public functionality from our public collection, added to the public collection link, and it's from our storage collection. And we have collection. So the first question is, I'm asking myself question. Yeah, man, but if we save something to the resource, so we can save NFT to any storage, and it's like you can end up in like buffer overflow or I mean brute force method, and you can do a trash from storage. Yes, you can, but we have the resource collections. The resource is another, I mean, collection is another resource that allow you to store your NFTs. So you have resource, collection, and then you are saving your NFTs to your collection. I hope you follow me in this.
Yeah,
So you have
yeah.
resource where you can store another resource. And the collection resource in here is
Can we consider these
type
1155
level 55? What is level
in
55?
the meaning that I can have multiple NFTs, let's say, instead of just minting one?
Yeah, you can have more NFTs stored in this collection, or you can do whatever you with your NFT, and you can withdraw this NFT from your collection and destroy it, for example, or save it in another collection, or do whatever you want. So we have the example of resource, the type of resource. The collection is implementing the type collection public, and this enforces us to have exposed the function deposit type of NFT token, and function that get IDs that will show our NFTs. But yeah, maybe let's deploy something. Deploy the smart contract, and this is really cool. This playground, I have been playing with this. It's work okay. So yeah, Tradan, we have deployed our first smart contract. Now we can go to our set account. It will be live.
How does the notion of gas works with Cadence?
Oh, and there is something I was asking on group, our group of cadencers, or how to call us. Is there like front running possible? And it's probably not, because you can just increase your level of gas, how much gas you are willing to spend, but it will not affect your priority of the transaction. But I don't know yet how the nodes working. Can malicious node can manipulate with the transactions? I had no time to play with that yet. And here we have this transaction. I have commented out just for the reason this is how we are calling this function from our smart contract. It will create resource. This is syntax move, and we are saving it to the storage collection. So now there is some kinds of vulnerabilities that could happen here. For example, if we decide to link our stuff from our storage like this, like we are only showing the type of collection without restricting it to this collection public, interface, anybody could just withdraw NFTs from our storage. So there is like one thing that auditors should check during the audit of this Cadence stuff, the transactions, how the transactions are work. And the transactions should be provided by the developers, and the transactions also are surprising. I will show it later in the DApp how it's working. So, but let's store it like normal people will do it. So we are creating like this guy saying, okay, we have stored something, stored collection. Now we are minting. Okay, let's. To owner of the contract. So what is happening here? And the thing, okay, I forgot to mention, prepare. I'm mostly using prepare, but prepare because I'm hacking. I'm not trying to do legitimate transactions most of the time, but prepare is the place of your transaction when you are preparing your transaction exactly. And most of the logic is done here, but you can also do it here. But prepare is the place when you can interact with the storage.
Nice.
And what is happening here? So we are borrowing. Yeah, there is some. We can load our resource. So let's click back to here. Let's click back here. During the instantiation of the contract, we have created this minter resource and saved it to the storage, and that was in the self account save. So this is the deployer of the contract. So let's mint some NFT. Let's reload it. Sometimes it's just bugging. Yeah, so we are borrowing it. We could load it, but it's like not good practice because loads take more gas. And we can mint some NFT for this guy. And what just happened? We just borrowed the NFT minter. This is the resource of the minter. And what is happening also here? We provide this address, and address using this get account. So we are getting as I mentioned, we have two types of accounts. Out account. So this is the signer of the transaction, and the address type is public account, and we can utilize method get account and the address. And now we are accessing to the capabilities that are shown by exposed by this person. So yeah, we are borrowing it. It's also good practice to
One question.
Yeah,
CryptoPops is the
yeah, let's go.
interface, right?
Crypto Poops. This is the smart contract name.
So it's not the interface.
And the interface public is here.
Okay.
CryptoPops collection public is interface.
So
And now
it's
we
very
are
interesting.
calling this NFT minter, and we moving. We are not copying it. We are moving it to this deposit function, which was exposed with this interface during the setup of our collection.
How do you deal with upgradability? You just have to code it like Solidity?
Once again, could you repeat?
How do you deal with upgradability? You just code it like Solidity, like some sort of proxy?
Upgradability of the smart contract.
Yes, because if I can customize my wallet behavior and what I'm linking, it means that I should be able to change it, right, and revoke permissions and everything.
You mean about the transactions? Yeah, you can revoke it. Yeah. you can like unlink. You can unlink this, and nobody will have access to this anymore. So there are also stuff that can come along with this behavior. I'm still exploring this stuff. Yeah, let's go to back to the minting. Wait a second, guys. I need to call back to someone. So try to just 1 second. Fuck. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry for that. Okay, where were we? Okay, so we have stored something in our collection. We can, yeah, let's do it again. Can you hear me? No? Hello? Oh, okay, I thought mine.
I was in the bathroom.
Cool, I thought my AirPods just disconnected. Yeah, so we can check the collection that we have something in here. Execute. Yeah, we have some kind of NFT. Of course, there is more and more to be shown, but this is just an example. And maybe let's transfer the NFT right now. So, okay, let's again set up account for the third person. Yeah. And we can transfer our NFT 3 to 0. I guess it was 0. Yeah, transfer of NFT. Okay, so this is whole functionality of NFT. So again, we are getting this. Now we have our account. We are here from our account. We are interacting with our storage. We drive the collection, and we are using this withdraw functionality from the collection, and we are depositing it here. So this is something weird. It's weird, and maybe let's see what will happen if we, for example, set an account with wrong linking, so without any restriction. So we have created the collection inside this 04 will mean an NFT for her. And let's transfer the NFT. Let's play a bit. So, so now we can access again. Okay. I really don't like to code live. It's like, I guess it won't work. It won't work. Bad. I will just copy it. Collection. Yeah, just copy all of it. Yeah, just copy all of it. This wouldn't be working. But we can borrow it like this. Bad collection.
Can you keep the other one and just comment it?
I hope now there's no functionality yet, but they are working on some updates. Okay, I hope this will be like this. Yeah, let's comment this up also. So I have set up this account without restriction. I just make a link to this collection, whole collection without restriction of this interface. And now we can get this account recipient get capability without the restriction. And what will happen? Let's see. So let's go to our collection. Okay, we can go to our collection. This will be our collection. Deposit token and bad collection. Yeah, this will be good. Withdraw ID. Let's check it out. Or it was 4, I guess. 1? You sure? Let's see. Okay, 1. I see ID here. Okay. Here. So recipient did not change, but 4. Here's the collection. Okay, 1. And we have this bad guy that spot that we are having this. Yeah. So we just
Awesome.
so you can see that how much you need to.
So the problem there is the way you linked
Yes.
the withdrawal
Yes.
functionality, right? Can you go back to the other contract?
The contract?
No,
yes.
no,
So,
the exploit contract.
transaction.
Yes.
Transaction. So here is the linking without this.
So why collection public? So collection public means that I'm allowing anyone to call it. Why?
Yeah, if you are linking, this is the link. So you are creating link to your private collection here, but you should be doing this like you can link it like that, but you need to restrict it.
Basically, access control.
Basically access control, but on a programming level. So this is something really weird that is happening also in Cadence.
I really like this, I really
see-
like this. It seems to me like a way to have really granular smart contracts.
and in the Solidity, for example, you also utilize interfaces, but it just, I think it's more for the, I don't know, for the functionality, what you want to have implemented, or how you want to interact with smart contract that is somewhere out there, and you just create an interface for this smart contract, not interface to protect your smart contract. I hope that was logical what I said.
No, yeah. The problem, I mean, what I see with Solidity. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, and the problem here of this is that this is happening in transaction. So, and I forgot to mention something. The transactions are not included on the blockchain, only NFTs on the blockchain. This call with the DApp. So it's like exposed to, for example, from that. So my point is what will happen if you, for example, have some cross-site scripting and bypass of every protection, and you can like include malicious transactions through cross-site scripting in your DApp, and someone is like, for example, allowing you you are clicking in the malicious XSS instead of linking something like this. For example, you are linking something like this, or even if you have XSS on the DApp, you just steal data.
It's the same problem with Solidity. You can have a phishing contract under some disguised front end. It's the same. I don't think you're gonna be able to do a XXS straight like to inject Rust into the behavior. That would be absurd. But
Yeah,
to be
and
able to create a funnel, that seems like a more feasible thing.
here you don't need to like do phishing. You just need to find the XSS or something, or I don't know, a cache solution or something that come with Web 2 into this space. So you have more and more weird vulnerability classes that can come up with the Cadence. So what we have, access control. So
This
we
is
talk about
really
the access
interesting. Really interesting
control.
talk, bro.
Okay, so almost everything. So different things about the Cadence can have weird transaction methods. The transaction, as I said, have arbitrary data, and more funny thing, you can have like two attack points that you are transferring data from one another, but you need to have two signers. I don't know how it's looked
Nice.
in a D app yet, because I was not exploring it. But I hope you will have a lot of questions after this presentation, and I can do more research on the Cadence.
So this is
What
like
I
some
have here also,
built-in multi-sig system they have.
I don't know it. I don't know. I just not explore it yet because I did not saw any usage of that. And of course, Cadence is providing, this is the fungible token, smart contract, edit name. That's fungible token. Nice. So, I don't have fungible token. Okay. So let's go to this. So we have some basic knowledge about Cadence and how to play with that. Okay. Another thing that will blow your mind, native coins in Cadence, in Flow, I mean, because Flow is blockchain, Cadence is the language, but they behave like smart contracts. So you can do the same stuff you did with the smart contract, you can do with your Flow token. We have some core contracts. Let's go here because we need
You mean that you can
our smart
extend
contract.
a certain behavior
Yeah.
inside the token.
Yeah, yeah. What I'm looking for.
That's really cool.
Fungible token. Fungible token. Yeah, I'm missing that one. I hope they did not change anything, and this will be working. Let's go. So let's deploy this one. This is the fungible token standard. They provide you the interface, how you should, like, I think we can call it like ERC20. If you want to create like ERC20, your ERC20 memcoin or something, you need to follow their interface and you will be good to interact with everything, I guess. So let's go and load this. Okay, and it's working. Deploy. So, as you remember from NFTs were stored in the collection, but let's go and show it. But we can mint our NFT minter, but you don't need to store it in the collection, but you can store it in your account. Okay, so save. No. Oh, I'm out of this. Where is it? Here? I think it's okay. Save value to path NFT. So you can also do it like this, like you get this NFT minter, create NFT, but you need to move this NFT here and you will be ready to go and means, okay, let's mint 2 NFTs. Oh, okay, I don't have account yet. Prepared. What the hell? Okay. Create collection. I don't need a collection. I forgot. So you don't need a collection if you are storing something like this. You can just just random address provided to go here. You can just store your NFT here, and it's stored in this path. Now, for example, load NFT. Fuck, I forgot the path. Load. Yeah, load. Path storage NFT. Let NFT finish this. And okay. Okay, this needs to be like CryptoBox NFT. Okay.
You can just load an account.
DevTools. I don't get a question. I just now I'm just now show you that I have minted some NFT. I will just it's not needed anymore. So I will just show you how I just created NFT and save it to the random storage tab. And now I'm loading it from this storage. So what to show you the behavior of these resources. And now you can just move these resources. When you mint it, you need to if you are moving for example, from the storage, you need to do something with that. You can save it again in different path, or you can just destroy it. Yeah, you can destroy your whole NFT and there's no NFT anymore. There is no resources. So this is also something that is happening. And one vulnerability that I spotted a few times that where you're destroying the NFT, where is the NFT resource? Yeah. This is the total supply of these NFTs. And the total supply will be different now because I destroyed this NFT. So when you are destroying NFT and you are destroying resources, you should also include destroy. I think it was like this. Yeah, destroy CryptoPops -1, for example. So now you will have this control of total supply when you are destroying your NFT, for example. So you can have also logic in this destroy. I don't know how far you can go with this destroy. I need to check it out. I will save it somewhere. Yeah. I'm writing it down. So yeah, this is more fun. Let's go to the fungible token. So I won't be going too much about fungible token. That we have this standard implemented, and you can ask yourself. So everything is resource based. So how you interact with fungible token. I think I'm almost talking about almost hour. So I will wrap up everything, and I will show you also something cool. Okay, cool. So in the fungible token, we are dealing with vault. So every time you receive, send, or do something with your token, even if this is native flow token, you are utilizing these vaults. And where you are, for example, withdrawing something from the vault, you are creating new vault with the balance extracted from your balance, your vault balance, and you are creating new vault which you can send to someone, and he will receive new vault. And when how the deposit work? You are receiving the vault, and you are increasing your balance, and you are destroying the vault you receive. So you are sending it like packages. But this is something really weird also, and in this case, and it's also behave a bit like NFT, but instead of you have also minted. You are here's how you create new vault. I will send you the link to this playground. You can play with yourself. I mean, with this smart
Bro,
contract.
auditing these seems like a very hard thing to do.
I think maybe I really I'm like I guess I'm autistic because I always do something opposite. People are doing Solidity. I'm trying to do research on new technologies.
Crabby, crabby,
And probably
crabby.
yeah, or Rust. I started with the Solidity and ended up with Rust, and I enjoy doing more Rust than Solidity. But I also do audits in Solidity. That's like I want one band man. Yeah, so this is same as NFT. So you are just preparing your account. You are creating vault with the restriction of balance, and receiver is from the interface that allow you to receive something from someone, balance, and expose the function that is showing your balance. And transfer account is like you're borrowing from your storage, you're getting the another person vault, and you're just withdrawing amount from your vault, depositing to his vault. And what is happening, you just when you withdraw, you are creating new vault which is sent to this deposit function. You are increasing the balance, decreasing the balance of the vault you just sent, and destroying the vault. I think I won't be going through this fungible token. Most of this was covered also in the NFT. I will stop showing it here, and I will go to my VMware right now. Let's, yeah. Oh, yes, yes, sure. Okay, so we have the yeah, I forgot to show you something. No, not this one. This would be better. Okay, is it working? Okay. So we have some brief, fresh knowledge about the Cadence. The main functionalities are covered. So how we can test it? So how we can test it? So most of the time, small thing can be tested in the playground. We have also the Flow CLI, which include emulator, which is really useful when you are doing something with on a testnet or mainnet. Also, there is the flow JSON, which allow you to write the test cases like, I don't know, it's not like Foundry, more maybe like Hot or writing JS test for the custom lesson. So you need to deal with this JavaScript in order to interact, but I guess it's really fast if you are using the emulator. Okay, let's play with DApp and see how the DApp is built. So this kitty items is the app that you can download from the OnFlow GitHub. It's for you there, and you can enjoy it. I guess I have played with this a bit. We have some of this Flow JSON stuff, which includes, for example, if you are interacted with Flow on testnet or even mainnet, you are storing information about the smart contract you are deploying, for example, here, and private keys and stuff like that to interact with it. And let's go to README. Okay, I need to end. Let's do it. So what is funny about the DApp? Let's break it down. So you have seen the transactions, and you can ask yourself, yeah, the transactions, how it looks like. So the transactions here are, for example, placed like this, and they are wrapped into JavaScript. For example, if you go, this is the React application, Cadence web SSN. Oh fuck, Flow, maybe this one. Okay, this is the. Okay, this is not the transaction. You get the point. So they are loading the transactions into JS, and this is how you are interacting with the Cadence through DApp. So it's transactions. Okay. Oh yeah. So here's the transaction. You're loading this transaction, and it's just loading it as JS. So you even can write transaction like this and just write the transaction, and it will be working. So this is also weird, in my opinion.
I see.
Like,
I see. You have these bundle frames, right? First you do the initialization, then you start doing the transactions.
Okay, we can create a falsenet account. Yeah. Don't steal my public key, private key, or whatever is here. Oh. IQ test done. And yeah, we have our address. Go. And this is whole environment to deploy the app. And we can go through this and play a bit. So I'm the guy who's into crypto, not from the perspective of the user. Most of the time, I'm interacting with the comments and visual code, so I don't remember how DApps work. And this was the bit refreshing for me. No, I don't know. Don't want to all. Yeah, and we have this application. So yeah, and it's cause I forgot how to announce it because I placed it here. Yeah, this is the custodial model of the NFT marketplace. So, okay, let's mint this item. And as you can see, you have no wallet here. The wallet of the administrator is included in the application. I guess it's called from somewhere here we have, and yeah, we have our private key. I don't recommend to store a private key like this. Yeah, and let's do our first purchase. So now, the stuff, what is happening here? I don't have any plugin wallet installed. The Bloodco is offering you like the wallet from somewhere. So maybe let's use another account. Let's use CampMail.
This is crazy, yeah?
Yeah, it's weird. So most of, if you think about these stuff, like if you went through whole secure realm, how to spell it, or how to, okay, register, how it will be working. If you went through all process learning Solidity, secure realm, and the guys from the secure realm, you will be.
So I can do like password recovery and everything.
Yeah, this was so. What just happened? I just provide email. They just sent me the one-time password, and I confirm. And the thing is, I don't know what is my private key. I don't have balance. Yeah. Let's go to the falsenet account. Yeah, font account. What the hell? This kitty items. Let's copy it. They copy it. Yeah, I copy it. So as you can see, in this case, you are not the owner of the private key. You don't have your private key. So if you want to hack this Cadence application, you cannot do malicious things. But that's why I came up with my little application. So now we can partially do the purchase of this. Yeah, let's do it again. I click it. Yeah, approve. And this just everything is happening under the hood with this FCL JF library. And I just bought something. Yeah, and as you can see, and the funny thing is that the information about the items listed, if you, for example, want to list it on this market for, I don't know, list my kitty item. Cool thing is that you can see what is transaction, what transaction you are signing. I think for normal user, it could be misleading. They don't know what is happening under the hood and what is in these transactions. And we have this marketplace. And what is funny thing? Can you guess where the information about the NFTs that are on marketplace is stored?
On your wallet? No.
In your wallet, you are creating special resource that is like selling resource. It's storefront resource that allow you to like sell your NFT. But the information that is available for sale is on the SQL database of this application. Yeah. So you see.
So there's no metadata?
I guess there is metadata that is, I mean, metadata about this NFT. What is this NFT like, the type of color and stuff like that. But information about your stuff is somewhere in the database, I think. Yeah, this is all you can see. Initialize the podcast database.
Interesting. So it's up to you to set up the security as tight as you need.
Yeah. So when I was reading the documentation, they say that information about this, some information can be on chain and some of the information can be off chain. I guess the point is right, but from the decentralization purpose, maybe not. Of course, you can enumerate all accounts on the blockchain and see if they are selling something, but they are just placing it like this, which is also weird. And now is the time that, for example, you want to test malicious transaction and you have only this Blotco wallet and you don't know your private key. So I came up with the idea that maybe we can go to the flow proxy. Fuck, I don't remember the comment. How we start this? And the test and the start. Okay. I hope this will start on a different port or something. Okay, yes. I start with development server, cool. And I prepare something like this. So if you want to do malicious transaction, you can log to the Blotco. You use another account. Let's use this one again. Sign it. And again, the back to list. Let's see. Well, wait a second. I'm getting the code. Yeah, and you can move. And you can log in and do whatever you want. Like,
nice.
So you can unlink your public flow token receiver or something, send transaction, and you're processing the transaction and you're ready to go. Yeah, waiting for the confirmation. Of course, I'm not JS developer. I made it
understand.
with the
But I could have
flow
whatever
tutorial
payload,
and
right?
a bit of help of ChatGPT.
But it's really nice. I could have whatever payload, right?
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. You can just place the payload and test it and see what's happening. I also will add the possibility
It's quite
to
some research you did in
use
that. I mean, you
Postgres.
guys are working with Flow right now.
Yes. Yes.
You want to talk a little bit about, your company, the stuff you're doing right now?
Yeah, cool. So I work in resonance security. Wait, I will start presenting. Maybe I will go to here. Where is it? Wait a second.